What?
And then
I'm sorry, I'm gonna take over moderator for a minute. At what age did you guys decide you wanted to make movies together?
we couldn't get over the moat of celebrity there.
It was like a Sheryl Crow moment. It's really appreciated you guys giving me the opportunity to show this other side, me this grittier side, this character.
I felt most at home in the trunk of the car naked.
We're here. This is Entertainment Weekly's Roundtable. Around the Table, sorry. I'm Benjamin Safdie. This is Josh Safdie. We have the amazing Julia Fox, the incredible Adam Sandler, and the magnificent Idina Menzel.
I got magnificent. I was waiting to see what I was gonna get. I for sure thought he was gonna say fantastic.
This is my first time.
Dipping? A pickle
I
dip?
always do that.
In
Always.
real life?
Love
In your
it.
coffee?
Clean out the
With
pickle?
coffee.
Coffee and pickles.
Coffee and pickles.
Really?
It's the best.
That's nice.
Anyway,
It's a thing. It's a Benny. It's a Benny thing.
it's just there's something about the sourness, and I like my coffee sweet, so it kind of
But
balances
you go
out.
black and sweet or a little milk in
Milk
there?
and sugar and the pickle. But anyway, it's so great to have all you guys here.
Is Julia
and,
gonna chew in the whole time? This
a little bit.
I can't even hear you, Benny.
It's a heavy chew. These are heavy crisp pickles.
Yes.
Who
good
decided
pickles.
Who decided to give us pickles and?
It's also I guess it's New York. Is that it? There's some bagels.
Yeah.
You got the New York flag.
He's nodding.
Is
It
that
had
okay? That's
something to
right.
do with
Okay.
it.
Thanks for the respect.
So
Could have got some
Respect.
cream cheese though, or some lox, anything.
gotta respect the pickles.
Yeah.
Respected.
You're taking my money all over town, placing bets.
I'm having very serious second thoughts.
Are you serious right now?
I know I fucked up.
Howard, where's the money right now?
Got my money? Is it too late? I'm done. It means nothing. It meant nothing. Please. Give me another shot.
Anyway, so I was just Josh. Josh, interesting question.
Yeah.
So what's the inspiration for the movie?
That is a good
This
question.
is his brother. For all of you out there that might not know.
Benny works.
Asking his
Benny
brother.
No, another
Benny works
question.
for Entertainment
What
Weekly.
is it like? What is it? This is in addition to the inspiration. What is it like to work with Benny Safdie?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, what's nice about working with Benny is that he's missing some parts of his brain. So
Yeah.
I get to really lean into that. And,
And feel guilty. Yeah.
I feel guilty about it. What was the inspiration for the movie? I mean, it started with stories that our dad used to tell us. You know our dad, right?
Yeah.
And he worked for this guy who was not the main character,
Okay.
and
So not based on him.
it's not based on him. No. and he
You're
you know
not
these.
gonna comment on the pickle flying out of your mouth right there? I saw a little. I don't know if the close-up caught that. There was a little.
Is there
pickle
who's
flying.
got me on close up right now? You do?
All right. Well,
right.
I just want to get the crunching done before you get into
Yeah.
it.
Could you just
Don't
swallow
worry,
that whole,
I'm not.
please?
I'll wait until you're.
So anyway, so our dad used to work for a guy who's not Howard, and he used to tell these pulp stories that we used to love hearing. They were all so tense and funny and absurd. Stop being bored by my answer.
Okay, no, I actually was thinking about the next question.
Jeez, the tune-out eyes.
And anyway, yeah. So that was the initial inspiration, but it took us 10 years to make this film. So
And when did Adam get involved?
Adam got involved
Immediately.
Immediately, no. We sent it
Mentally immediately.
We sent it. Yeah, we wrote it for Sandman, and we couldn't get over the moat of celebrity there, and then so the team said no originally. Thank you, Sandy. And then in 2015 we got an additional. It wasn't just a no. It was just unavailable. So it was more polite. And then
He would, but he's unavailable.
yeah, he would love to do something like
Yeah.
this. It's unavailable.
What?
And then-
I'm sorry, I'm gonna take over moderator for a minute. At what age did you guys decide you wanted to make movies together?
Yeah.
And have you ever acted this out at home when you were younger?
Well, it's-
interviewing each other.
No, definitely not interviewing each other.
No, the thing is, it was
Actually, it's not true. We did that fake doc where I interview you
We
as a
did.
character.
The first time we actually did something was we knew our father would film us all the time, and so we knew he would review the tapes, and that was like just one of the things he did. At the end of the week, he would watch it all. So when he wasn't looking, we recorded a fake documentary commercial about a smoker who died watching basketball. Like he was rooting at a Knicks game, really hardcore smoking.
That was one of the first times I smoked a cigarette
Yes.
too, because We went
He
and
was
took
a smoker.
cigarettes. Yeah,
And
chain
we
smoker.
were trying to tell him to.
And we're trying to tell him to get off.
Got
But it
it.
was such a ridiculous plot. It was just this guy's going about it.
Where'd you
his
find
day.
these guys?
Just it was me.
Us.
Oh, it was
we were
you
7. I was
guys.
like 7 years
And
old.
I'm just walking around smoking
Oh my
the
God.
cigarettes. There's shots of me just
So
smoking.
funny.
And I'm just like doing
you light
normal
it up
stuff.
or
Yeah,
what?
of course, yeah. And I was just me just like just like turning on the TV.
Where'd you get the
walking-
cigarettes?
We just took them from our father.
And then
Top drawer.
and then
Yeah.
and then
They were every drawer.
And then it was just like a way a documentary unfolds, just doing normal stuff, and then I'm just watching a Knicks game and I just die.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
From smoking. Well, the
Not
cigarettes get
funny.
bigger and bigger, so at the end it's just this like huge
It was-
wad of toilet paper that we just
Oh,
wound
that's
up
very
together.
deep, kind of.
It was intense.
Making
It was
cigarettes
intense.
there?
Yeah. Anyway.
But we should wrap it back
Sorry,
into the. I'm
sorry,
sorry.
sorry.
This is my.
Yeah,
just
Dina,
take
come on,
control.
So I was,
Sorry.
I
Look,
was
you're
gonna
older,
say.
right? You're older by 1 year?
By
We
20
just
months,
met.
yeah. We just met actually before this.
We feel very close right now. It's amazing.
I've been always wanting to work with Entertainment Weekly, and
The thing that's
how I-
amazing. I said it's awkward being at
It's
the
a
table.
20-month difference, but were you in the womb at the same time?
Yes.
Did you just wait it out?
He actually. What's amazing is he went back inside just to get born with me. You know, it was exciting. He was
No, but
always
but
held my
eventually-
hand.
And it's about to pay off. So I want the Celtics to cover. I want the Celtics halftime. I want Garnett points and rebounds. What do you know? I don't know. I just know.
to go back to the Sandler question.
Yes.
Eventually, Good Time was the film that broke contact.
Okay.
And saw the movie, and
Yeah, that's
And-
when I decided these guys are good enough.
Okay. we were ready for the
Dudes.
Sandman.
Yeah, they're ready.
It's I actually think when I look back on myself, the 25-year-old version of myself who actually had the nerve to think, we're gonna go offer out to Adam Sandler. I think what an obnoxious little shit.
No, that's,
Yeah.
that's a driven young man.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but I understand you guys did some prep before the film, you know, to
Yes.
kind of do some tests, try and find the character.
Yes, I went down and studied with you guys hooked us up with getting the inn on 47th Street. We got to know the block. Got to do a lot of sitting there and watching different jewelers sell stuff. They taught us the game a bit, all right? And then gamblers became a big part of the movie. So you guys set us, me up, and all of us up with hanging out with gamblers and watching games and.
And was Julia involved in this prep at all?
Julia, well, I remember when you first called Julia to do this, how she said, "Can I have pickles when I'm there?" Julia, do you remember the night when we were with all the gamblers watching basketball?
Of course. How could I forget?
And did you give any? Was there direct? Like, what was
What
the
started
scene?
before that day, it was a 2-day thing, the screen test with you. It started off in Barney's,
Yeah,
right?
we did barn. Then we did a karaoke moment.
Oh man, I remember.
Which
What
I
was
had
the
in
song? What was the?
We did Wicked Games,
Games.
and then we did a duet, which was cute.
What was it? What was the
What was
duet?
the duet? I don't remember.
I remember. No, the duet was.
I remember you did
It was like
Break On Through.
it was like a Cheryl Crow moment.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cute. But I
is
hadn't
before- this
slept
is
the night
before-
before. I was so tired. I was like
And this
so out of
is
it.
this is all before the movies even happen.
So
Right?
4 months before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of prep.
You know what I loved in the screen test that you guys did was the the scene that we wrote that's not in the movie is Howard's character and her character. She wants to buy a dress, and Howard genuinely thinks Julia looks better in one dress. Genuinely, the aesthetics, everything. He thinks it complements the body. It also just happens to be cheaper. So
I think it's just because it's cheaper.
no, I
that's
think
why
he
liked
actually
it.
liked
That's
it.
that's what
It was
interesting.
I was playing both.
and your character wanted this other dress that you liked because you thought you looked better in it. And
I think you only liked it because it was more expensive.
And then Mordecai, who was working on the costume department with Miyako,
Yeah.
Mordecai played like a Barney's. And I remember he
yeah.
was so confused about the concept of acting.
Yeah.
He's like, well, wait, were we filming that? I said, yeah, we were. He goes,
yeah.
And there's a camera on me. I was like, don't worry about where the camera was, Morty. But and then whenever she went into the dressing room, you would pull Morty aside.
Abigail,
And-
But the
Yeah.
chemistry between the two of you was really cool to see.
did.
Yeah.
And
It
Idina,
was funny. I remember everyone was like trying not to laugh.
Did you put that on the extras, on the DVD extras?
it's
Maybe.
Do they have
My favorite-
DVDs anymore?
Yeah. My favorite.
On the cassettes?
My favorite part, Sandman, is the outfit that you're wearing is kind of like LeBron's off day outfit. You know when like you see a basketball player not on their game day, they're kind of like
It's
dressed
like
down.
a tracksuit.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
like
so
the
good.
perfect crispy LeBron. Anyway, sorry,
and Idina,
man.
you play Howard's wife. When did you get involved in this whole crazy thing?
Oh, my belt just opened.
Just make room.
It's all-
Make room. It's only live.
I ate a lot at lunch.
It was the pickle.
No, we're eating lunch. We're eating
It's
lunch right
sodium.
now. What do you mean?
Oh,
before?
right.
This is when we're eating.
That's right.
Yeah,
this
this
just
is,
popped open. I'm
you're
glad it
awesome.
wasn't this button. What did you ask me?
I said, when
Well, I
did
was
you
doing
get
that
involved?
play. I was doing the play
Okay.
where I wasn't singing.
Right.
Hopefully, it
You were
was
great in the play, Skin
helpful.
Tight.
Thank
Great.
you.
Skin tight.
It's a very good.
And
it's very
then
good.
you guys came and met me at the library at the
That was
Nomad.
awesome.
Yeah.
And we talked all about it, and I really appreciate you not making me audition.
Well, it's, the thing is,
Idea of making you audition.
Oh,
yeah.
so nice of you.
and I remember you actually said, Josh told me this. Josh said you mentioned something about how you didn't want to play the kind of normal, like the wife who feels you wanted to play a deeper kind of version of that.
I hope
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I didn't want to play a victim.
Yes,
that's for
exactly.
Sure.
And I think
but
that
you
was
guys didn't
strong.
write her like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So, but
Remember, I would just send you the big blocks of text of character biography, and you're just like, "Oh, okay, this is."
it's amazing how you guys, you're more detailed than we would be.
Oh my goodness,
It was
the
so
backstory.
helpful.
Remember all the backstory texts and how much
Yeah.
where our characters came from and pages of
I
stuff.
love that all the women in the movie, which is like us too, but how they're both really empowered and not victims, and I thought that was really cool.
And I
We're
remember
very
the ones that
strong.
always stop Howard in his tracks.
Yeah, we're
Tilda Swinton's the voice of the thing, and it was we wanted
Yeah.
to pick like a powerful voice. And second you hear Tilda's voice, you're like, "Did I do anything wrong?"
yeah.
And I guess at any moment, was it in your mindset while you were working on this, when you were with kind of Dina or when you were with Julia, what was the difference for you in those
One
moments?
was older.
yeah.
One was.
Dina, I was constantly trying to get back with. She wanted nothing to do with me for some reason. I gave her the saddest eyes I could give her.
You didn't feel any love from me?
I did.
Because it's easy. It's not
I
easy
did.
to not love you, Adam.
Yeah,
You're,
that's
you're very
true.
charming and
Thank you.
As you and as your character. So
But
I
you
was
only
hoping
can't-
that would come through and it
You
would
did.
all just.
I always thought it was
Beautiful.
going to land in a positive place for me because you were giving me a little bit, and then you would
She
turn
just-
the tables on.
She fakes it till she
You,
makes
on
it.
the other hand, ran around getting smoothies instead of making my life better.
And I understand the weekend was involved in this?
Yes, what was the weekend? What happened in the with the weekend? That was all cool, right?
I was just trying to make a sale to help your bum ass out.
Actually, we did a screening down in Atlanta, and after the movie came out, I went down to the parking lot, and I saw a group of people, maybe 12 people, just impassioned talking about the movie, and I was like, let me go check out what's going on over here, and it was Wheezy, the producer, and Mike Wilmade, the producer, and they were arguing with their friends about if they were okay with their girlfriend being in the bathroom with The Weeknd. And one of them was like, she was doing it for the business though. They were together, they were a team.
He
They
gets
were like
it.
Bonnie and Clyde. And the other one's like, second she touches his dick, it's game over.
I know, I wasn't there.
You're
We're
right.
definitely
You're right.
spoiling
On the other
the
side of the
movie. We're spoiling the movie. Of course. People
don't
haven't
think so.
seen it. Most people haven't seen the movie.
Good, but you need,
That's
to,
true.
you need to go see
A
it to
lot
understand
of
the
people saw this
context.
past weekend,
That was crazy.
apparently.
Yes, yes.
I heard
Very nice.
what are they saying?
Well, apparently it's like fire hazards. Just sitting on
Man,
on
a lot
the
of
stairs,
people at
and
the
there's
five
like 5
theaters
theaters
this
in the
weekend,
whole
yeah.
world, and everyone was maxed out.
I understand it was exciting. I heard there were a
Yes.
lot of people out there.
Well, I was at a few of the theaters. You
were?
I saw the reaction, and I couldn't keep my eyes off this one fella in particular who was going the most crazy, and it was Benny. He was in the crowd going,
Well, I had to do some preparation for this amazing interview, so
That's
I had to see the film for the first time.
You like to win, right? This is no different than that.
Black June power, nigga.
This is my fucking way.
You think I'm stupid, Howard? You and your whole fucking family. I heard you resurface your fucking swimming pool. You know how that makes me feel?
Never
You think your life is more important than my
I don't
life?
know who said that.
I told you about how things were gonna go. You like the way things are going now?
That's my family.
Get the kids out of the house.
You having a good time?
Yes.
So I'm being told that we have to do some fan questions.
Oh, that'll be fun.
All right, so this one comes from Stephen Elrod. How long were you guys working on this movie, and when did the idea come to mind for Uncut Gems? I think we answered that a little bit.
You did, but
we could go for it again.
Steven, you're a good guy. Don't know you, but this is a 10-year journey, over 160 drafts of the script.
Quit belly aching. You got it done.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm just saying we did it. Took a long time. Yeah.
The seed came from some childhood stories that we had from our father. He worked there.
Talked about that already.
Yeah, we said
Anyway,
that.
I'm
But
sorry.
I like when you say, when I've heard you say before, that the other films you did in the meantime really prepared you. to
Correct.
make
Everything
this
was an education. Thank you for letting me know that because I.
Because the thing is like when this is what I was told was that when you made this film, it was always what the plan for 10 years, but you had to make other films in the process because when Gems didn't come to fruition, you had to just do other
And Adam
things.
broke your heart.
Correct. Yeah,
Yes.
we made a documentary called Lenny Cook.
Okay.
Made a movie called Heaven Knows What. And we met the young woman doing research in the diamond industry. She had a transient job there. That movie was about toxic romance and also addiction.
Okay.
Then that led Pattinson.
Was that a documentary or no?
That was a hybrid film. It was kind of a little bit of both.
Seemed it.
And then Good Time, Pattinson saw that movie and said, "I want to
That's
do it."
very good.
It's good time, though. Is it good time?
It's
Yes.
good time.
Now, the best thing about you two guys, I've heard so many people, it's right to your face, say, I love
Good
good
times.
times.
I never-
Yeah.
And you never correct them.
go for it.
It's
Not good.
You know what? You want to know something? I was once talking to somebody, and they were telling me how much they love Parasite, and I was like, "Oh man, all of Bong's movies are great." And they're like, "Yeah, I love Burning," and I'm just like, I didn't have the heart to say that it's a different director, but I just don't want to. I don't
You
know.
wanna
I
hurt
don't. Why do you
people's
want to
hearts.
be that? Why do you want to be that?
my
Because if
first
you don't
one-
correct people with your name, then they say it wrong.
Yes, no,
I-
but I'm the
I
kind
haven't
of
corrected
person who, if
people.
they said the wrong name, that would just be my name with that person. I would just accept that.
Hey,
and move
listen,
on.
the first time I saw Frozen's, I said the same thing.
I love Frozen, by the way. My son loves it, and it's a
He
very
saw Frozen too.
yes.
Your son
I
saw
went-
loved
yes,
Frozen
and
too.
it
I saw
actually
that.
it's a very because it's a very it was a very complicated viewing experience with him because there's a lot of emotions going on, and I thought it was amazing.
It's good.
Anyway,
Good, the cars loved it.
You know,
What are you doing?
I'm gonna do a little exclusive right now.
Hold on. Quickly, while you're looking for that, I'll throw out
get
a
another
shout out to
question.
Boss Enigma at Boss Enigma 1.
Right on.
He said,
Great
"How
at
did
this. You're great at this, man.
how did Martin Scorsese get involved, and what kind of advice do you get from him?" Well, I believe he got involved after
Heaven Knows What.
Heaven Knows What.
He saw Heaven Knows What. Him and Emma Koskoff, Tilda Koskoff, they saw that movie
And they raised the profile, right?
Formally, they really, Marty in particular, loved what it was doing, mixing the reality and fiction, and he found it to be like a classic Hollywood melodrama.
Okay.
When he got involved, it lifted the profile of the movie at a time when the profile needed to be lifted heavily.
Right.
I found the
Oh,
exclusive.
you found the
here,
exclusive.
yeah.
Do I have time to throw in quickly? Okay, you gonna do it?
Yeah, I got it here. Ready?
Never
What
know
is
what
it?
you get.
Brittany, you're coming up next. Oh wow.
That's us singing that.
I forgot what
See,
you
this
meant.
is.
And then there you go. On set, they were just singing from Rent.
Julia, don't
yeah.
don't.
And
look.
then Noah, who plays the daughter,
Yeah, she was harmonizing. Yeah, she
here
started.
she comes. And I actually love what you do here.
Wow.
Oh.
You're so great that you
Yeah.
just
I gave her
immediately
some-
you just say yes, Noah.
Great to sing the song in front of the
know,
yeah.
So-
Song.
very,
That was good.
very
Wait, this one's
We're
from.
getting back together.
This is from Brittany. This is from Brittany. I think it's originally for you, Sandler, but I think we can open up to everybody.
Let's have everybody chew a pickle to this one.
Yes, this is at Caddy's Kittens
Yes.
with a Z. What was your impression of the character when you first read the script compared to now?
I was I like him a lot more now. But the good news is I grew to love the man. Grew to
Okay.
love the man. I wish you
have fun
did.
being
I wish
Howard?
you did.
I
you
think
did.
everyone loved
you have-
Howard and
yes.
was rooting
Did
for
you
him.
have fun being Howard?
Loved being Howard so much that when we wrapped the movie, I was devastated.
Okay.
I wanted
What
to
was one
stay
of your
Howard.
most favorite scenes to shoot, would you say?
I loved all the stuff we did together, guys. I felt most at home in the trunk of the car naked. That's the only time I was like, I'm the Sandman again.
But now that he's dead to you, do you like what does that mean to you? Like in hindsight?
It means listen, I don't know. I don't think I can fit the costume right now. I probably put on about 15 to 20 pounds since we wrapped. But if I could get the costume back on, I would probably be happier.
Dina?
Yes,
Did
sir.
anything change from like what was it like working on the set? Did it change while you were moving forward?
I just, first of all, just really appreciated you guys giving me the opportunity to show this other side. I mean, this grittier side, this character.
Yeah. All of us feel that.
And to work opposite Adam and sort of see him do his thing and
We did good.
yeah, and the way you guys work and the way you stay so close to the script and then you throw it all to hell and then sort of come back around to it all. I learned a lot that will help me hopefully in the next movie I do if they don't ask me to sing.
No, you're so great in the film, and that scene between the two of you in the movies special.
It's just because the audience is exhausted, and I guess I get to speak for them at that point in time.
I think they feel you in that moment. You know, at least the
Yeah.
screening that I was in.
Julia, what about you with the Howard character? How was that acting opposite him?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just so fun.
It
like we
was,
were
yeah.
always laughing.
Yeah.
It was always a good time. It kind of just felt like making a movie with my friends.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
feel like work. It didn't feel like a job ever.
Yeah. And your
That's
friends would
great.
hang out on the set. They were
Yeah,
funny
and
as
you
hell.
always had your friends. Our
Yeah,
entourages
yeah,
were
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
yes.
great.
I have another question from @DefyGravity 521. As performers, do you find yourself taking more risks now than earlier in your career?
Something has changed. Sorry. What was the
That's
question?
a good question.
I guess yes. Do you find yourself taking more risks
More
now
risks?
than earlier in your career?
Sure. Yes.
Really?
No, less.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. Did you?
No. It's like you're excited when you take a risk. I guess when I was younger, I
I
would
just
have
was
done.
rewatching Punch Drunk Love yesterday,
Yeah.
last night, and there's just at that point in
Oh my
your
God.
career, it was probably
a big deal.
Sitting doing that phone call scene with the sex
Oh,
line.
yeah.
It's just so different, you know. I remember seeing that for the first time, being like, whoa,
Man,
I
didn't think
Happy
about
learned how to putt.
You just don't think. I don't think about make too big of a meal in my head about if this is going to be good or bad for my full-on career. I just at that time, Paul, we spoke on the phone. He said, "I'm writing a movie for you." You wrote it to me. I read it. I was like, "This guy's great. Let's go." I didn't think about anything like that.
I feel like I've missed.
No, I would
when
never
I was
guess
younger,
that about you.
I was much more fearless and
Really?
I've had more to lose. Maybe I got more in my head and take
Well,
more
you-
pills for my anxiety.
You have a kid. You have a kid that changes something.
That helps a
That
lot.
helps.
That puts things in perspective, makes you get outside of your own being so self-absorbed and
Right,
you know,
right.
neurotic. But yeah, I think it's when you do take risks, it feels so good, but there's more swept up.
Yeah, there's
in all
nothing
that.
like leaving for like an event where you're all dressed up and then like Murray would just vomit all over my shirt and I'm like, all right, there goes that one.
There you go.
Your place in life now is great. You have no idea what's
Yeah.
coming. This is
Yeah.
your first movie, and then plenty more to come, and
Yeah.
then you're like, now the path is starting.
Well, I guess, yeah, this is the beginning of a
If you
career.
guys want to let
so
me
it's-
answer.
I was going to say, it's the beginning of a career.
So, I feel like I've always been a risk taker. And yeah, I don't think that's going to change.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming out. This is a
you.
pleasure meeting all of you guys.
Great meeting you.
great
It's
meeting
been
you.
a lot of fun today.
Solid as a
Please
rock.
feel free. Nice to meet you. Feel free. We've got sandwiches. We've got bagels. I understand-
Smorgasbord.
Are you all from New York, by the way, just quickly?
Absolutely.
You are. Okay, so we've got bagels. They're not as good, but we have them. Anyway, thanks so much for coming to the Entertainment Weekly's Around the Table. And make sure to check out the film, Uncut Gems. I hear it's amazing, and it's going to be in theaters now and wide on Christmas Day. So
Very cool,
great.
Benny.
thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.